Hello there, Tyrant here, and I just finished watching the latest episode of the Ancient Magus Bride. Hopefully, I got that right for the first time. So, uh, so after the events of last episode, we got kind of you got the what was it, like a contract thing, suites and everything. And I kind of forgot about that a little bit. I didn't think we were gonna see this little girl character again at all, and yeah, and it she made a comeback, and I was like, all right. Um, but it was interesting because it was kind of the first time Chisa is kind of talking to another girl again. You know, not the first time. So random girl. I don't know. It's like another time she has to have another conversation with someone she's not comfortable, and it's very interesting. And I'm glad she's kind of opening up more as a character. And to top everything off, we also see kind of Ilias also open up as a character because we've always known, and this is one of those things that we've had in the background, and it's uh, is that Elias doesn't really understand human emotion for the most part. So when we get this episode where he's kind of jealous and everything, it's quite childish for the most part, and it's really um and like if it was like a little kid it would be cute, but there's like a big half human half fairy thing, so yeah, take it as it is. But no, yeah, he's jealous, he's nervous, afraid, and everything, and she's just trying to just do her best as how she's kind of felt the same, had the same emotion, so she's kind of trying to do her best to kind of let him know what's happening. And it's funny because Ruth actually kind of makes a really funny note is that um, like not too long ago, I'm gonna try to paraphrase this, is that Elias was kind of like the father daughter to Chise just a few episodes ago, and now in this episode it's kind of Chise being the mother to Elias's being the son. It's really funny. Uh, to just kind of see that dynamic change because we've seen it before slightly, but this is kind of the biggest change we've seen. Um, so we'll see how that develops little later. Because during that first half of the episode, we kind of saw a little ominous uh, clip of Joseph, our like super antagonist, and he's gonna be making a comeback, and we'll see how he does and what will happen. Now going to the second half after the whole jealousy and everything, um, Chise and Elias sleep in the same bed together, and uh, she kind of sings him a lullaby, and then he's kind of been literally put to sleep for an excessive amount of time, and it's kind of explained that we've also known from Lyndall that his magic comes through song, so it makes sense. Mostly since she has an excess of magic in her, and she accidentally put him to sleep through magic. Yeah, but what's cool about this second half of this episode was not only did we see that and kind of Chisa trying to figure out how to fix it, but we go back to Angelica, yes, and her family and everything. And what sometimes is hard to forget is that mages live a really long time, like an excessive long time. And I kind of actually forgot about that for a moment because Angelica has a husband and has a daughter, right? So the dad is not a mage. Yeah, mage. So while Angelica and the daughter will continue to live on, the dad will eventually die. And I was like, okay. So, because she does they do a small like tale of when they were younger. Like he loved her, and why was she always so passive aggressive, and he found out, and they still came together at the end. And it's one of those things, like, yeah, it's harder to form relationships with normal humans, I would say. So yeah. um One last note I would say is, well, what was interesting is that we saw the child that was born from that weird thing that happened a couple episodes ago of that pregnant fairy. It was apparently it's like a cycle, which is interesting. A yearly cycle. If that's a story somewhere, I gotta look it up. I gotta look that up if that's like some tale or something. That'd be cool to know what that was, because there's a lot of these are just like small different tales. So I gotta look that up and see what was that. But that's an interesting thing that just came out of nowhere. So we'll let that be. That's kind of my thoughts of this episode. It was very interesting, and I like didn't see some of that coming. Yeah. So until next time, thanks for watching.